Alright, so it's story time. So, Washington State Prison. Let me roll this window up. Washington State Prison. When you get set up, everybody goes to Shelton. There's the lower R's, R1, 2, and 3. Basically, your 2-man cells, but it's always 3 men in a cell. Stay down there for a month or two until your name gets into the stack for classification. You go meet with the PREA people to tell you, don't eat Snickers on your pillows. Report to this, call this number from any of the phones if you get raped or, get punked out. You sign a bunch of paperwork. You're supposed to be given a counselor, but that usually doesn't happen until you're in the upper R's. All the basic intake shit. A lot of it you have no reason or need to be involved. You just sit in a cell. Of course, when I went in there in 2020, I was there 2019 and 2020, but 2019 I'm in the lower R's. COVID's big. We're locked down all the time. We're going out for phone calls for 10 minutes once every 3 days. The rest of the time, 3 dudes in the cell. Shout out to Jose and Angel. You know what it is, but then you get moved to the upper R's. That's when you're supposed to be able to get some more movement. You're supposed to be able to walk to the chow hall, a bunch of other stuff, but that ended up not happening for us. We're still on lockdown, the upper R's, but we go to R6. Everyone's locked down, but we are getting out for showers every other day for 10 minutes instead of every 3 days in lower R's. Anyways, long story short, I become a porter. Basically, I sweep, I mop, I take people's trash out, I hand out food trays because we're all on lockdown in the cells. And I meet this dude, Indian Joe, native cat, real cool, calm, collected cat. Does not seem like the violent type. We're all shooting the shit, me and some other porters, because we're the only ones allowed out. And we get to talking about our crimes. I was in there for 2 counts of possession with intent to distribute and 3 gun charges. He tells me his story. He's at a casino, Angel of the Winds, and he's tribal, so that's like his tribe. He's at the casino and he's tweaked out and just smoking a lot of meth or shooting a lot of meth. And he's fucking playing. He's down to like $100 or $200 left. And he fucking hits a jackpot for like 8 or 10 grand or something. So he hits the jackpot. He's super stoked. And he gives the girl, I think it was the girl with him or a dude, some of the money that he just won and was like, yeah, go pick up dope before I gamble all this. So he sends the homie away, or the homegirl, and gives her like $1,000. Anyways, he's still got like 9 grand on him. And he's walking around, and there was this bing, ding, 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 all the the fireworks and shit that goes off when you hit big on a slot machine. So he starts getting paranoid, like people are watching me. They know I hit the jackpot. People are gonna come jack me, and my rifle's in my truck, bro. I gotta get out of here. So fucking, he decides he's gonna leave the casino, and he hops in his truck. He has a gun rack in the back with an AR-15, and he takes off. And he's driving away from the casino. He's trying to hit up the homegirl or homeboy that he sent the money with to go get dope. Calling. They're not answering. So he's just driving. It's right off a freeway entrance and exit. So he just hops on the freeway and starts driving. He's driving and he sees this SUV behind him. And he's like, what the fuck? This SUV's been behind me since the casino. No way. So he speeds up, and it's middle of the night. He's been there late night, so it's 1, 2 a.m. There's no one on the freeway. So he speeds up, the car behind him speeds up. He slows down, the car behind him slows down. He's like, what the fuck? These dudes are definitely after me. So he takes an exit in Everett. He's driving down this road off the exit for a while, like a mile or two, he said. And he was like, dude, this SUV is still behind me. What the fuck? I gotta do something. So he hits a left into a neighborhood, hits a right, hits another right, and ends up on a cul-de-sac. And he's like, he remembered something about 3 right turns. If they're still following you, something's up.
In 2 miles, take the exit toward Issaquah Hobart Road, southeast.
Fucking cul-de-sac, drives about halfway down the street, makes another right into a fucking driveway. Just some random person's driveway. There's no cars, the lights are all out in the house, so he's like, maybe they're asleep or no one's here. He pulls in the driveway, turns his lights off real quick, and he sees the SUV turn onto the cul-de-sac. He drives up right up behind his car, blocking him into the driveway. He's like, fuck, dude. This dude's fucking after my money. I gotta react. So he grabs his gun, racks around, hops out the truck, and dumps a whole 25-round clip, 30-round clip into this fucking SUV. Boom, 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 boom. Ends up hitting the dude in the cheek, the neck, and the chest. Fucking hits dude a couple times, empties the whole shit into the SUV. Cops are there almost immediately, arrest him, take him to jail. And in the courtroom, because the guy he shot lived at the house, the driveway he pulled into. No bullshit. Indian Joe, I wish I could remember his last name so people could fact check this. He's still in prison. He got 120 months. I just got out last year.
In a quarter mile, take the exit toward Issaquah Hobart Road, southeast.
So fucking in court, Joe's attorney says, yeah, you know, he was on drugs. He just won a big jackpot. He was driving. He made 3 rights. The person pulled up behind him.
Take the exit toward Issaquah Hobart Road, southeast.
Was a fucking Korean or Vietnam War vet. And he was like, yeah, I went through the war.
In half a mile, turn left onto Issaquah Hobart Road, southeast.
You know, I gave my service this country, and I never got shot. But back here in America, I get shot. This is bullshit. But I do understand, and I don't want him to get the maximum penalty. It's a really fucked up situation. We're both going to suffer for the rest of our lives for this. I don't want him to get the maximum.
Turn left onto Issaquah Hobart Road, southeast.
The judge said, well, I'm sentencing him, not you. Gave this man 120 months, 10 years in prison for a fucking mistaken identity. That is some shit you cannot make up. When he told me this, I was like, damn, bro, I'm so sorry. That is so fucked up. Like, who would have thought? These are DOC glasses. You can see my DOC number right there. But yeah, no, Joe was the nicest, chillest dude. He was like, yeah, I never...
Continue for 6 miles.
You know, didn't think someone was after me to jack me, but I won that jackpot. Hell, people were looking. I left almost... I gave the money... I got the ticket, went to the booth, signed the tax papers, and they cashed them out right there. And they had taken some taxes, so we didn't have $9,000. They took the third for taxes, gave $1,000 to the person he was with. Person left, fucking never heard from them again. Takes off with the rest of the money and gets followed for 10 miles. And he makes a random exit, takes some turns, and then makes 3 rights into a driveway, and it's that dude's house. What are the odds? He was like, yeah, if that dude, he was like, if he would have pulled in one house earlier, he would be in prison. He would have parked in the driveway. Dude would have pulled up next to him in his driveway, went inside, wouldn't have been no issue. And the point of this story is, sometimes it's not dudes out there robbing and killing and fucking, you know, slinging dope and doing all sorts of shit. Yes, he was on drugs, but even if it was alcohol or marijuana, you know, if you carry weapons, which I carried weapons a long time. I was a drug dealer. I wasn't a top level Tony Montana drug dealer, but I was not a small drug dealer. I did carry weight that I needed a gun on me. It was just, there were situations in the past, which I'll get into in future videos, that I needed a gun. It saved my ass. A lot of times I'd be dead, or things would have gone really bad those days if I did not have a gun. My girlfriend could have gotten raped. I could have gotten hurt very badly. I'm extremely lucky I'm not in prison for the rest of my life. Well, luckily, things didn't go the way that I needed to use that gun in a manner to end someone's life, because then I'd be still in prison for another 20 years or so. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like the video to help with the algorithm. I'm going to start posting more stories. Not all of them are going to be prison. I have some basic prison stories. There's other prison YouTubers, but I have some college and drug dealing stories that aren't going to emphasize or glorify drug dealing, but just situations involving drug addicts that are just fucking... Most people will never have to deal with that in their life. So I think it'll be entertaining. I really hope you guys enjoy my channel. I'm also going to do a video series on how to be a man in America today, or a woman, independent woman, how to fix things around your house, your vehicles, motorcycles and cars, appliances, how to solder, how to, you know, paint, how to cut and tape, everything like that. But I have a bunch of different things going on. I would love for you guys to subscribe and like the video, and I'll keep them coming. You guys have a great day. Thank you for your support. Later.